I would now like to invite Jon Briggs, who is our chair of the judging panel, to say a few words and then give us some information that we're all waiting for.
Thank you very much, Lee Duncan. I am here as the chair of the judges, but I also, as you might know, have an alter ego who also wished to speak. And playing with technology in front of a live audience is never a good thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Your Excellencies, other guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be here to help discover the English-speaking elite International Public Speaking Champion of 2019. But to be honest, I thought you would all be a bit better looking.
No, sorry. As you know, Siri is very badly behaved and generally doesn't listen to you, doesn't understand what you say, and so on. But as I say, I have this strange place in the world of speech where I bridge artificial intelligence with the limited intelligence that I have myself. But it is a pleasure to be here. So, ladies and gentlemen, honoured guests, Your Excellencies, I am truly humbled in some ways to be here. To listen to some incredibly talented individuals, to congratulate you for your achievements, every single one of you. I am really sorry there has to be a winner. But I would also point out, as you well know from an awful lot of reality contests, the winner doesn't always go on to be the most successful person. So just bear that in mind, that winning is indeed in this instance a choice, and a personal choice, a personal opinion. And for that, please can I say thank you to Amanda and Finia, my co-judges, who have helped me. I will very briefly add a little bit of a personal touch and some information from me, that I spend my time these days coaching people who are significantly older than you. And the reason I have to coach them is because they haven't done what you have done. They have not learned this art of communication. They do not understand the process of presentation. They have occupied senior positions very often by getting there without having to do this performance level that we are engaged in. And I have to unearth some things that they have never had to deal with. And they come from a background where, and I don't use the term easily because you are not children, you are all adults, but we are told that children should be seen and not heard. And the moment that you say that, the moment that you shut people down. And what you have here, ladies and gentlemen, is the most powerful instrument you will ever play. With it, people start wars, people tell each other they love them, people propose marriage, people get promoted. It governs every single thing you do. And because it is the most important and most powerful instrument you will ever play, you need to learn how to play it well. And you have already started on that voyage, and you have done it beautifully, and you have illustrated that perfectly. The only little thing I would add to your ability to speak, ladies and gentlemen, is to encourage you to make your ability to listen every bit as good. There is an adage that we have, that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, for the reasons that indicate which is most important. And indeed, when I stand here, and indeed as you stood here, we are engaged in a conversation, ladies and gentlemen. You can't have a conversation with 2 people speaking, and you can't have a conversation with 2 people listening. There has to be 1 person speaking and the other listening. And you have the harder job in terms of listening when somebody is presenting on stage. And it is your job as the presenter to engage them so that they want to listen. But remember that listening is always useful. And added to that, I'll say one more thing, which is you may have youth on your side. You may indeed be able to get out of an armchair without groaning. Believe you me, in another 30 years you'll be able to go, oh, that's what he meant. But please indulge those of us who might be the wrong side of 50. Because in our heads, we are still the same age as you. It's just this bit that has unfortunately changed throughout, and on occasions as well. And I know this is a cultural thing. We are less good in this country than some others may be. On occasions, it is worth listening to those people who have a little bit of experience, who have tried and been through some of the things that you will now experience as your lives move on. Just ask them. Get them to tell you your story. Because the art of what you experienced here and the art of what you did is all about storytelling. And you told some amazing stories, and I thank you for those. Our lives are about storytelling. And the older you are, the more stories you have to tell. And the more you can glean, and you will learn, and you will take forward into your own careers, and be even better performers and speakers than you already are. So thank you. So we now come to the important bit of who has won what. And I shall start with the runner-up, if I may. It was not an easy decision, I hasten to add. You are all exceptional in what you do, and I look forward to seeing how you develop and grow and speak in the future. But the runner-up of the International Public Speaking Competition for 2019 for the English-Speaking Union is Justin Lai. And so that brings us to the winner, ladies and gentlemen. If I had a drum roll, I'd give it to you. Oh! Even better. The winner of the English Speaking Union's International Public Speaking Competition for 2019 is Ennio Campoli. And you will see there are 4 more trophies here, so please can I invite John Raphael Faustino. Give them a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, John. Just to add my own personal congratulations to all 6 of you. You were fantastic. Okay, it's now my pleasure to hand over the microphone to the Director General of the English Speaking Union, Jane Easton, who's going to give us the vote of thanks.
Honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, we heard one of our speakers this afternoon say that out of problems, good things can grow. And out of the chaos and horror of the First World War, the English-speaking Union was born. And 100 years later, it's proud to be promoting international cultural exchange and understanding through the English language. And what a wonderful demonstration of that commitment and enjoyment we've seen and heard this week. This competition is so vitally important to the English-speaking Union as it allows all of our international friends to come together in support of the hundreds of thousands of young people who enjoy debating and public speaking and cultural exchange throughout the world. All of the national winners, all of you, have represented themselves and their countries wonderfully well. So my first thanks are to all the participants and to the international ESUs and our partner organisations that have made the competition possible. Thank you. Throughout this wonderful week in London, we've benefited from the expertise of a number of judging panels, and I'd like to thank everyone who has been involved, and I'd particularly like to add my own thanks to those of others, to Jon Briggs, Finia Kuhlman and Amanda Moorhen, who've been our judges for the final today. Thank you. I know all the participants will want to join with me in thanking the ESU mentors and trainers who have been integral to the success of this competition. We thank them for their commitment and encourage all of the participants today to consider how you can become mentors and ambassadors within your own countries to promote the opportunities that we offer. Thank you to all of you. Thank you all for coming to London this week. It's been a privilege to enjoy the facilities of the Royal Institution this afternoon, and we've been delighted to host you for the earlier part of the week at Dartmouth House, which is your international headquarters. If you're able to join us back at Dartmouth House immediately after this event, we'll have a reception and some refreshments to round off a very busy and a very enjoyable week, and you are all of you, very welcome to that. So congratulations, and thank you again to everyone who's made the 2019 International Public Speaking Competition such a wonderful event. Thank you.